This is a very active, growing cave, and as visitors walk through the caverns, they will hear drips of water falling off the tips of the stalactites, reminding them this is an ever-growing, ever-changing environment. Hi, I'm Billy Bailey, Park Manager here at the Florida Caverns State Park. The Florida Caverns State Park is located an hour west of Tallahassee, Florida in the town of Marianna, just north of Interstate 10. Some of the really unique features here at the park is of course the history. This is one of the 8 CCC era parks. The CCC, or Civilian Conservation Corps, was part of President Roosevelt's Depression Recovery Program. It lasted from 1933 until 1942, and it helped to bring the United States out of the Great Depression through conservation work, like planting trees and developing parks like this. Visitors touring the cave here at the Florida Caverns State Park will be surprised at how close they can actually get to the formations here, which means as visitors walk through, they will hear drips of water falling off the tips of the stalactites, and every time they hear that drip of water, they knew that the cave grew just a little bit as minerals are deposited on the tips of the stalactites and on the top of the stalagmites. Very few areas in Florida have a high enough elevation to actually have a dry or air-filled cave. And although there are many dry caves in this region, this remains the only developed tour cave open to the public in the state of Florida. The tour cave consists of about a dozen rooms. The historic, well-known rooms of the cavern are the wedding room, the cathedral room, and the catacombs. Many of these names carry from the late 1930s and early 40s, although many of these rooms have numerous names, and of course our visitors are sure to use their imagination and to help us in that process. Every tour guide at the Florida Caverns State Park is trained to the highest level of interpretive standards to ensure the visitors that come through the cave learn as much as possible of the natural and cultural history here at the Florida Caverns State Park, and we ensure they'll have a fun and enjoyable as well as an educational experience every time they tour the caverns. I've been through the cave thousands of times, and every time I come in I see something a little bit different and unusual that I've never seen before. And also, your imagination and your questions will determine what type of tour you receive. Thank you for visiting us here at the Florida Caverns State Park. And as you plan your visit, make sure to include our award-winning parks here and see the real Florida as you've seen it today underground.